What if the person you love is living a secret life and you're the last to know? Before we start, I'd love your support to reach 1,000 subscribers. It means the world. The rain poured heavily that night, drenching the quiet streets of the city. Sarah walked quickly, her umbrella barely shielding her from the storm. She was late for work, again, but there was something more pressing on her mind. A letter had arrived earlier that day. No sender, no explanation, just a single sheet with one chilling line. I know your secret. Her heart raced as she clutched the paper. Who could have known? She had been careful, meticulous even. No one in her life suspected a thing. Not her husband, not her friends, not even her closest co-worker. And yet, now it seemed that someone did. As she reached the corner cafe where she usually stopped for coffee, she noticed a shadow lingering near the doorway. A man in a dark coat, face obscured by the hood. She froze. He stepped closer, just far enough to be noticed, but not close enough to reveal his identity. Her instinct screamed at her to run, but curiosity rooted her to the spot. The man handed her an envelope and disappeared into the pouring rain before she could react. Back at her apartment, she tore open the envelope. Inside, she found photographs, her in places she never thought anyone had seen, people she had met in secret, conversations recorded. It was her double life, her hidden identity, her other self that she thought was invisible. And at the bottom of the envelope, another line, "Meet me or everyone will know." Panic surged. Who was behind this? Could she trust anyone? She looked at her husband, Michael, who was quietly watching TV, unaware of the storm raging in her mind. She wanted to confide in him, to tell him everything, but fear held her back. What if he didn't understand? What if he was somehow involved? The next day, she decided to trace the origin of the envelope. She visited the cafe again, hoping for a clue, but the man was gone. She asked the barista if anyone had left anything, but he only shrugged. She left frustrated, but she wasn't ready to give up. That night, her phone buzzed. A message. If you value your life, come alone to the old warehouse by the docks. 11 p.m. Don't tell anyone. Sarah's hands trembled as she read it. Going there alone was risky, but ignoring it could be fatal. She dressed carefully, checking that no one was following her. The streets were deserted when she arrived at the warehouse. A single light flickered inside, casting long shadows. She stepped cautiously, her heart pounding. From the darkness, a familiar voice emerged. "I knew you'd come." Her body froze. It was Michael, but not Michael. The man before her looked exactly like him, down to the smallest detail. The smile, the posture, even the way he adjusted his cufflink. Who are you?" she whispered. "I am what he wants you to see," he said, his voice cold and deliberate. "Your husband isn't who you think he is. He has secrets, and now, so do you." Sarah's mind reeled. The double life she had lived suddenly collided with the double life of the man she loved. Memories she had buried surfaced. Strange disappearances, odd phone calls, times he wasn't where he said he was. "I've been watching you both for months," the man continued. "And now you'll make a choice. Protect your life or protect your love, but you cannot have both." The warehouse door slammed behind her. Panic set in, but she knew one thing. She had to fight, to uncover the truth before it was too late. She noticed a small vent in the corner, and, summoning every ounce of courage, she slipped through it, crawling through the dark, cold metal. She emerged on the other side, soaked and breathless. Sirens wailed in the distance, drawing closer. Someone had called the police. Someone who had been waiting for this moment. She looked back and saw the figure, her husband's double, disappear into the shadows. The next morning, everything seemed normal. Michael was at breakfast, acting like nothing had happened. But Sarah knew better. She had pieces of a puzzle that no one else could see. Her double life wasn't just her secret anymore. It was intertwined with danger, lies, and deception. And as she poured her coffee, her phone buzzed again. Another message. Simple, chilling. This isn't over. Sarah swallowed hard. She realized then that her life had changed forever. The lines between reality and deception had blurred, and the double story of her life was far from finished. Her reflection in the window stared back at her. Someone she didn't fully know. Someone who would have to survive, outsmart, and confront the truth no matter the cost. Because in a world full of secrets, the most dangerous one is the one you hide from yourself.